Welcome
back
to
Dadventurous.
Season 3. We're back in the mix. The mix is good.
Yeah.
The mix is, it's like a soup.
Smoggy soup.
Smoggy soup. Nice. Accurate. Very, very accurate. Yes.
The campaign we're doing.
We are back in the Mirelight campaign, so welcome back. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the new season, even though we're just barely starting. We're going to get back into it in a moment. If you're out there and you're enjoying it and you want to leave us a review, do it.
Leave us a review, comment, star rating.
Questions, all that stuff. We're still ready. We're still wanting more stuff, but in general, thank you all for listening. And without further ado, French for stuff.
Yep, French for stuff.
French for stuff.
We're totally foreign language experts, guys.
I definitely know this for sure. We will get into it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
To get back into the city of Mirelight. Boom, 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 Dadventurous. Okay. What happened last week? Oh, Private Eye.
This morning, I had woken up out of a fitful sleep from nightmare I'd had many times. Recurring memory of a dark past. I had recalled my mentor and I. We were on a smuggling mission. Well, smuggling detective mission.
You're smuggling detectives, of course. They needed to be smuggled into the crime scene so they could solve it.
Yeah. We were investigating a rumored dealership going on.
Mm-hmm. Black magic.
And
nonsense.
Unfortunately, the plan was foiled by none other than... I'm sorry. None other than...
I don't know what you can't say. I'll stop looking at you.
Okay. None other than the silky rat. Silas Gallows.
Wow. The silky rat himself.
Yep.
Okay. I'm adding that to my notes.
Unfortunately, we had to deal with some undesired consequences of the strange and unfathomable magic that surrounds the gloam and Mirelight. But luckily I was reunited with my mentor.
His name, Marv.
I knew it was like an MOV name, but I couldn't remember. Okay.
Marv.
My mentor Marv and I were reunited one way or another. Got transformed in a way, but we're together again now. Got my first real case, Lena Cass. She came in all distraught with a more than an interesting case than I had suspected. Gonna search the gutter for what comes to light.
Nice. Well done.
That was really bad, sorry.
No, that was great. That part was great.
Okay.
And fitting because as we find ourselves now midday, but of course in Mirelight, does that even matter? Because it is so dark. It is so gloomy and gloomy, might say.
Sometimes.
That the fog is thick, especially down here on street level, on the ground level. And you find that it's hard to see, but you can see the bright, shining neon, arcane but neon lights lighting up
neon, nice.
the Gutterlight Tavern. The city of haze, filled streets, and fog. As always, a depressing sight here in Mirelight. Somebody stumbles past you, kind of bumps into you a little bit. He's like, hey, watch where you're going, even though you were clearly not moving.
I've been standing still, sir.
Whatever. And then he just leaves, making those noises. And the city, of course, as you watch him go, shadows go with him, follow. Who are they? Are they more people? Are they creatures of the gloom? It's hard to tell, even in this daylight.
Honestly, I don't care about that guy.
Wonderful.
I think.
And
He's,
of course,
he's
the
not what I'm
Gutterlight Tavern
investigating.
is in front of you. You hear the telltale bing bing of the trolley going past on the road. It stops for a second near the tavern. A couple people stumble out, and the trolley ding dings and continues on down the streets.
As the people stumble out,
Mhm.
I'd like to attempt to meld into the crowd.
A stealth
Yes, I would
in
like
the
to
open.
see if I can join the crowd of people that came off the trolley.
Okay. And you're going to head into the tavern.
Yeah. Can I just do that? Or?
Well, let's do a little... I'll let you decide performance or stealth, but you're kind of hiding in the crowd is a bit of a skill, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, why don't you go ahead and...
Probably a stealth for me, I think.
Okay. Then why don't you go ahead and roll, and we'll see how you do for entering into the Gutterlight Tavern.
All right.
As you're rolling, too, a little bit of... you know a little bit about the Gutterlight Tavern.
I've been here before.
You've been here before. Definitely a front for the Gallows family.
Mm-hmm.
And the last time you were here, of course, your mentor was killed with an asterisk.
Killed with air quotes.
As he is now at your hip in a blade form instead.
Also, I got a 15.
A 15, okay, pretty good. You blend in with the crowd. A bunch of fedora-wearing, trench coat-wearing people stumble out of the ferry.
I just put
Or
on my
out of the-
fedora a little more.
Yeah,
and
stumble out of the trolley.
Flip up the color of my
Flip up the
trench coat.
collar, okay. And you head in. The bouncer at the door, muscle member of the Gallows crime family, a little overwhelmed by a sudden burst of a bunch of people coming through, and he doesn't get a good look at everybody, but everybody walks in to the tavern.
All right.
As you enter into the tavern, music fills your ears. The sounds of a piano on the side, little
Yeah.
brass instruments, trumpet, trombone.
Sax.
Yeah, that kind of slow
Yeah.
jazz sort of vibe going on in here. Even though this is inside a building, the doors open and the fog and the mist swirl into the tavern.
Oh.
And even at the tables, it's really hard to see faces, people, everything in here, even though it's lit up, has that kind of blurriness to it.
All right. As I enter, can I just make an ambient perception check? I just want to see if I notice anything off.
Sure.
As I enter in. Wow, a 6.
A 6. It's actually maybe what you notice is you don't notice anything specific, but it's actually decently crowded in here tonight or today. I mean, sorry. Normally that'd be a nighttime thing, but yeah, there's quite a bit of activity here.
Oh.
Maybe more than you would have expected. However, you haven't been back to the Gutterlight since that fateful night.
Yeah, and I mean it's been 2 years, so.
Yep. And
there's-
before that, the Gutterlight was not much of a tavern.
All right. Yeah, I think I just enter in, make sure my collar's flipped and my fedora pulled down. I think oof.
I mean, and I should say with that perception check too, there's a bar. There's a tavern keeper there. He's polishing a glass. The band, taking breaks periodically, but just generally playing ambient music.
All right.
And then, yeah, there's some people sitting around. Nobody comes to immediate eye.
I think I want to go and sit down at the bar. Are there other people on the bar stools here?
Yeah, there's a couple. We'll say there's 2 other people. Most people are sitting at tables, groups. There's some food coming out of the back of the kitchen, that kind of stuff.
All right. I think Jessa was the last seen, I believe, here. This is where she works.
This is where she works, yes. And she worked in the kitchen.
So is the tavern keeper is here, right?
Yep. And if you're heading over there, he'd probably greet you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I sit down at the bar.
Coming over is a guy whose head barely comes up over the top of the bar table. There's a dwarf. Mohawk
Nice.
on top of his head. A curly Q mustache.
Hi, what can I do for you?
Hey.
Welcome to the Gutterlight.
Nice to be here. Oh, what you got? No.
What do we got, Will? We got,
Make you come up with a
I
menu
know,
on the
we got,
spot.
of course, we got a whole keg of night milk. We got, of course, some, what we like to call here, not water. You know, that's the cheap stuff.
Huh.
And then, of course, you just got some other things that you need. Swirly juice and, of course, a helpful bottle of flower power.
Let me guess, you improv'd all of those on the spot.
Sure did. I'm going to make quick notes.
Nice. All right.
I said night milk.
Not water.
And flower power. And what else did I say?
You said
Something juice.
swirly juice.
Swirly juice, yep. You know, we're trying to keep it family friendly here, folks. All right?
Yeah.
So that's how you do it. And he goes, "You want a pint of not water?
Yeah, I'll take that.
That's
Thank
the
you.
house special."
Yeah, I'll take that.
All right. He goes over to a very just kind of basic looking keg on the wall and he pours out what could only be described as gutter water.
Mm-hmm.
Just water that you cannot see through at all. Completely
But it's not water.
opaque. It's not water, of course. Yeah. There's definitely some stuff in there and he hands it over.
Yeah, I take it.
Okay.
And I say, "Hey, what's your name?"
They call me Starve
Oh. Random
with
question.
2 V's.
I see. And is there an E at the end of that, or?
Of course not.
Oh, okay. Okay.
What do you take me for, an elf? I don't know.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
So, Starve, mister. I was just wondering, and I take a tentative sip of my not water.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. Let's go with luck dice.
What? Oh, no.
You just roll a d20, and you can add your Constitution modifier.
Not bad. Modifier?
Sure.
Non-natural 20.
Okay. Surprisingly, it's pretty good. I'd say it's something akin to like a herbal lemonade, like a rosemary lemonade type vibe.
But it's like,
It's not water.
and it's like dark and opaque. And
Yeah, it does not look pleasant at all, but it's actually pretty good.
All right. Yeah, I sip that and I say, "Do you know anyone here by the name of Cass? Like, the last name, Cass."
He goes still. His cup shining. Procedure comes to a dead stop. His eyes narrow and he gets up on a stool so he can be at your height level. And you're a tiefling again?
Yeah, I'm a tiefling.
Can you describe what you look like a little bit?
I've got black hair, and I think kind of paler horns,
Okay.
more like ash gray horns, ram horns that curl around my head, and kind of not red necessarily, but more like tannish, reddish skin, I think.
Okay. Cool.
Not like super red, but
And
like
Starve,
kinda red.
yeah, Starve the dwarf, he gets up at eye level. His mohawk, of course, now towering over you. It's a good foot by itself. Giant mohawk. And he gets up on your level and he sets the drink down and he looks at you and he's got those he's got the crinkles all around his eyes. And he's got that, his eyebrows are kind of so bushy they sort of block his vision a little bit. And he gets over close and he goes, "What you know about Jessica Cass? And why you asking? Who are you?
Well,
You with the MMCD?"
no, sir. I am a friend of the Casses, you see, and
How come I ain't never seen you here before, friend with a question mark?
well, I don't come to the Gutterlight very much.
Oh, you're too good for my tavern, is that it?
Oh,
You-
no,
you
sir, not
just
at all.
One of them skyliners.
No, sorry, I live on the street level. I just don't drink a lot.
Insight check. You got a 13.
Oh, you want me to tell you? Okay.
Are you telling the truth?
I think honestly, she's telling the truth about not coming to the Gutterlight at all. And she.
But the reason why Would he know? Do you want to deception check him?
I do think she doesn't drink a lot. Sure. Here, I'll deception check that. Has the reason why. Natural 1 for a 5.
Natural 1. He looks at you in the eyes and he goes, I don't need to know your whole story, but I can tell there's more to you than meets the eye.
Oh?
Yeah, I got you figured.
Yeah?
I got you figured for sure.
What about me?
Coming in here with your hat and your coat.
Do you realize how many people around here have hats and coats?
Yeah, but none of them like you. Fancy sword at your hilt, swirling the knot water like you don't actually like it, but I can tell you like it.
He's not wrong.
And he goes, you're one of them private investigators, ain't you?
Sir, I am here because I'm a friend of the Casses.
Yeah.
And I have heard of some trouble going on around. And...
Hey, shush. Not here.
Oh?
Yeah, come on back.
I swirl the knot water again.
Come on back to my office and we'll chat. But not out here.
All right. I take another sip.
I knew it. You like it?
It's pretty good. Pretty good knot water. I'll give you that.
All right. He yells at another person whose name we don't need to discuss. And they take over the bar for a moment.
I don't know why, but I immediately thought like Jarvis.
Jarvis! Yeah, he goes, Jarvis, you got the bar. 6 minutes. I'll be back. Starve out.
Starve
That's what he says, his catchphrase.
Starve out.
Write it down. Starve out with an exclamation mark.
Nice.
And he goes, follow me.
All right, we got 6 minutes. I take my drink with me.
Okay. You guys go to a room off the edge. Out front it says private, tavern keep, office, etc. He opens it up.
I like that he has an office, but he's a tavern keep.
Yeah. He's a sophisticated dwarf guy.
Yeah. With a foot-tall mohawk.
Yeah, foot and a half.
Foot and a half tall mohawk.
And as he walks in through the door, his mohawk brushes the top of the door frame, even though he himself is only half of the height.
Wait, do I have to duck through the door frame?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
And you go in, and here is it's nice office, wood features, varnished, desk, a lot of fancy stuff, a lot of just pictures on the wall with noticeable people.
Noticeable,
maybe.
What do you mean, like well-known, or just like there's people in the pictures that I can
notice?
There's
people in the pictures that you can notice. If you wanted to look harder, you could. And then also he has a desk there and a bunch of paper, just total mess on the desk.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think as I walk in, I want to take a look at the papers on the desk.
Okay.
What's scattered there that I can see?
Go ahead, but you're just trying to keep it casual.
Yeah, does he sit down at his desk?
Yeah, he's probably sitting down, and I'll say he's probably starting to scoop those papers up and like bundle them together.
Yeah, I think I stand in front of his desk.
Okay.
So if there's not a chair there,
I will allow it because he's kind of not paying attention. I'll allow either investigation or perception. Up to you.
My investigation is much better.
Okay,
I shall do that. 14.
14. You see some of the papers. You don't get much, but you do see that one of the papers is like an invoice type thing.
Yeah.
It has list of kegs of night milk and knot water on it. And at the bottom, you notice a symbol of the Gallows family.
Ah.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is, even though Starve himself might be a stand-up guy, this is in fact, for sure,
Gallows Run establishment. Is there a chair for me to sit in? Okay.
Oh, yeah. It's a comfy little wood chair.
I sit in it.
And he moves his papers to the side, and he kicks his feet up on his desk, and he starts whittling.
Whittling?
He's a bit of a woodworker.
What is he whittling?
A cup.
He's... Wait, you're saying he's whittling a cup?
Yep.
Not carving a cup.
No, he's whittling a cup out of a giant log. He is going to make a one-piece cup.
Nice.
And he goes,
all right. Okay.
All right. Tell me, what do you know about Jessa? You know where she is?
Well, that's why I'm here.
Well,
I was informed by her sister that.
You talked to Lena?
Yeah. She came to me. Me being friends with Cassis and all. She came to me.
Friends, huh?
Well, yeah. I mean...
He doesn't believe you entirely, but he doesn't know why.
Okay.
Because he got a 13 on his insight check.
Yeah, she came to me being a friend to the Casses, and I decided to check it out. I know Jessa works here, in the kitchen.
She does. She does work here, and she's been gone since last night.
Since last night.
Yeah.
So
she was supposed to be working all night.
I have a question for you.
I may have an answer.
Did she leave the tavern?
I mean, I assume so, because she's not here no more.
Well, like, did you see her go out the door?
I didn't see her, no. Kitchen's in the back. I don't deal with the kitchen much. I'm up front.
All right.
But our other chef, Mario, he was back there with her, so you could always ask him. I don't know why I'm going raw, no prep name this season, I think.
Have you not come up with any of these?
Only like Silas and Lena and Jessa, but this episode, for some reason, we're going for it. So, here's a fun idea.
What?
Those of you listening out there, you ever want to throw me some
Send
NPC
us a name
names?
recommendations.
Love it. Love that idea.
Yes,
we'll throw him in to a NPC of Mirelight. Anyway.
All right. Okay.
Mario. Yeah, Mario's back there. He's okay. He's not a great chef like Jessa is, but she's got the gift.
And Jessa was a good chef, you said?
Wonderful chef. Best eggs Benedict this side of the river.
Wait, is there a river that runs through Mirelight?
Absolutely.
Okay. What's it called?
It's called the... Why'd you do this to me? It's called... Boy. What is it possibly called? It's called the Twilight... something.
I was thinking like Mistbank neighborhood.
Mistbank River is a great name. Look at that. Look at this. Mistbank River. I don't know why I said river. Why did I say river? Why am I doing this to myself? Okay, love it. Right. Mistbank River is, of course, best eggs Benedict this side of the Mistbank.
All right.
For sure.
Yeah, and you said she went missing last night?
Yep, she was supposed to work until we closed, and she wasn't there.
Did she come to work?
She was there, earlier in the night. I greeted her before opening.
And you went into the kitchen, or did Mario inform you of her disappearance?
That's where it gets a little weird. You probably need to talk to old Mario.
Uh-huh.
But he was out in the meat shed getting more meat,
and
he came back, she was gone. Back door was open, and he looks around a little bit in the room, and he leans in close again, his wrinkled eyes looking at you. Seems like maybe there was signs of a scuffle or a tussle.
A scuffle, you say?
Or a tussle. It could have been either.
You always have to work out the difference between a scuffle and a tussle.
And I'm thinking about this time, too. I forget, did we decide that Marv speaks out loud or in your head?
We never did.
What do you think?
I honestly think he can do both because of our connection.
Okay.
But I do think
Marv,
he can speak out loud.
Okay. Then Marv the sword, I think at about this time, kind of vibrates at your hip, almost like you're getting a phone call type of thing. And in your head, you hear the telltale voice of your half-orc mentor, Marv, going, "You know what, kid? I got a bad feeling about this."
Can I respond back in my head? Do you
Sure.
think? I say, there's something going on underfoot here.
Starve looks at you again and goes, "Now tell me."
Underplate.
What?
Underfoot and underplate.
Nice. Marv says, "Nice."
So, how long has she been working here, you know?
Yeah, she's been working here for a couple of years.
All right.
She's great.
Yeah. Best eggs Benedict this side of the Mistbank. All right.
That's right. Her sister comes around sometimes, too. They chat. But, yeah, Jess is great.
Yeah.
And he's staring at you really intently, like he's trying to figure you out more.
Staring at me intently.
Yeah, while you talk. He's trying to be normal. Feel free to make an insight check, but he's staring at you intently as you talk.
As I talk, okay, I want to incite him right back.
Okay.
For a 17.
Okay. He's trying to read you. Like, it's not so much that he's doing anything. He's not lying or anything like that.
But
He's like watching you, and you get the feeling it's kind of to see how much you know about stuff.
Okay. Can I also make a perception check?
What are you looking for?
To know if I can tell. Do I hear anybody outside the door?
Outside the door you came in? Yeah, I'm gonna say it's going to be at disadvantage though, because through a door is hard.
Can't get much lower than that. All right. Perception is a 2.
This guy's a woodworker, and that door is a solid core door.
Okay.
You don't even hear the music.
All right.
It's like muffled in here.
Then I think we're probably safe from eavesdroppers if we can't hear the music. All right. So I say, Starf.
That's me. Owner of this establishment. He's staring at you intently again. Eyes squinting.
I squint my eyes right back. When do you usually close? I haven't been here in a while.
We close 10 minutes past midnight. Standard time, of course, for a tavern. 12:10 a.m.
I love that. Okay, listeners, you can't see this, but Dad was staring at me with a very intense stare.
12:10. Yes. And
yes, of course.
she disappeared
Standard timing.
somewhere around 10.
10.
Yeah.
Not 12:10 though.
No, not 12:10. I would have noticed that's when we close every night. But around 10 p.m., he looks at you intently and squints his eyes again. That's when Mario came and told me she was missing.
All right. Did you look for her at all?
Of course. But I had a tavern to run, so I just looked out in the street. I didn't see nothing. Saw the scuffle tussle and figured something must have happened. But
you didn't go looking for her afterward.
no, I got a tavern to run.
What about Mario?
What about him?
Like, did he go looking for her?
I don't know. You go talk to Mario. I got a tavern to run. I got people that are counting on me to run this tavern.
Yeah, the people are your patrons?
What do you know about my patrons?
I mean, there's a lot of people that come here.
Uh-huh. You're one of them.
I haven't been here in a long time.
That's true.
But
well, I don't know. I just want you to know that I didn't have nothing to do with it.
swirl my not water again. All right. And he's not been lying with my insight that I
Nope.
did? Okay.
He's just trying to figure you out.
All right, I say, well, if you'll allow me, sir, I would like to talk to Mario, your chef.
That's fine.
Your other chef.
That's fine. But keep it low profile. I don't want anybody finding out you were asking questions.
Oh, no. The kitchen got a back door?
Yeah, sure. That's where it was open when Jessa was missing.
All right. Thank you for your time, sir. And I hope I can get you back, your chef.
And what was your name?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Call me Mel.
Mel?
Yeah.
Not waters on the house. And he glares at you again. You find Jessa, you let me know.
I will.
I'm craving some eggs Benedict. And he says it really intensely as he's still trying to figure you out. Friend of the Cass family. Eyes squinting.
Yeah. Thank you for your time, Starv. Surname?
Yeah, I got one.
All right. I just think in my head to complete that game, sir. And I say, well, nice meeting you, Starf. And
I'm sure we'll see each other again.
yeah. Good luck with your patrons.
Thank you. And he goes and opens the door and lets you out.
All right. Yep. I would actually, okay, if my not water's on the house, I'm taking it with me to go.
Yeah.
Because I would like to leave out the front door.
Oh, okay. You head out the front door?
Yep.
As you go out the front door, can you make a perception check for me, please?
Yes. 16.
16? Okay. As you are walking out the front door, you do feel like there's a set of eyes right before you leave the tavern at one of the tables nearby, maybe paying a little bit more attention to you than everybody else.
Can I see? Like, can I see which table?
Yeah, one of the tables in the corner right by the door.
Mm-hmm.
You see a skinnier, tall figure sitting over there. Hood
Skinnier.
up, face
Downturned.
hard to see, but eyes definitely watching you. Whether that's ulterior motives or not, it's hard to tell.
I make eye contact.
You make eye contact. As soon as you make eye contact, the head picks up a little bit, and you see a face that I'm going to have you roll a history check.
Oh.
Do you know this person?
Do I? History?
Yep.
Ha! 21.
21. This, of course, is an old coworker of yours from the MMCD.
Oh.
And this is an officer whose last name is Calloway.
Calloway.
Officer Calloway, who you always assumed was corrupt and was one of the ones that never investigated Marv's issue and labeled it an accident. Seeing them here
In the
Gutterlight Tavern
Hood.
is not surprising to you, but it is a bit of a condemnation of them.
All right.
But they meet your eyes, and they give you a nod of, like, yeah, I see you see me, and I see you too, type of vibe.
I think I give the same nod back.
Right.
Then I
Make an
exit.
intimidation check.
Okay.
Because you watching him
I'm watching him watch me.
watch you is maybe good.
Intimidation?
Yeah.
14.
14. He looks away. He can't hold the stare.
Built up my
He built
My
up the
stare
reputation.
skills.
You know a little bit what's going on. But
Right.
anyway, you make your way out.
Yeah.
The bouncer's standing there. He looks at you. He goes, "Ugh."
All right. Yeah, I swirl my knot water again.
Mhm.
Take a final sip.
Yeah.
And
He holds out his hand
Hmm?
to take the cup back.
oh, thank you, sir. And I walk off down the street a little ways.
Okay.
And I take a sharp turn into the nearest alley I can find.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's an alley right around the side of the building.
Mhm.
You get the feeling this would lead back to the kitchen.
Is the bouncer watching me?
He could care less.
Okay.
He watches the door, and that's what he does.
Yep, I turn into the alleyway.
Okay, you turn into the alleyway. It is empty, foggy for sure, but empty nonetheless.
All right. I place my hand on Marv's sword.
Okay.
On the handle, kind
Yeah,
of.
he kind of comes to life a little bit. Eh,
So,
what are you thinking?
I'm thinking we should ask this Mario guy what's up.
Never trust somebody with an MAR name. Just kidding. He's
Wouldn't that
probably
mean
cool.
you?
Yeah, it'd be me.
Hey, well, maybe you're right. Look how that turned out for you.
That's true. Well, keep your eyes peeled, your ears open, and your senses about you. Just like I taught you, kid.
All right.
You can never know who to trust, especially in the Gutterlight Tavern.
Most of them are from the bottom of the gutter anyway, so. You know. Yeah,
Exactly.
I walk down the alleyway.
Okay, you walk down the alleyway, and pretty soon you see the noise. You hear the noises of dishes cooking, maybe some grumbling from a voice inside, and the open door of a kitchen.
Open door?
Yep.
Okay. I take one last look behind me.
Okay.
Just to make sure.
Make a perception check.
14?
You don't see anybody.
All right. I just duck into the kitchen, I think.
Okay.
Kind of like, not necessarily stealthy, but
Yeah. You just step into the kitchen. There's a guy sitting over a table cutting onions.
can I see the rest of the bar from here, or is there a door?
There's a swing door,
Okay.
so you can hear it, but you can't really see anything.
All right.
And in here, you find a younger guy, half elf, longer hair tied up into a ponytail, wearing a chef coat, and crying visibly. Yeah,
Is he the onion guy, or?
he's cutting onions. Yeah,
Okay. I say,
he's sniffling.
I clear my throat.
Sorry, it's the onions. I'm sorry. Who are you? Why are you here? And he has a knife in his hand.
I say, I am, name's Mel, and I was told by Starve out there, the tavern keep. That your name is Mario?
That's me.
All right.
Second chef here at Gutterlight.
I'm here to ask you a little bit about what happened to the first chef.
Jessa?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you want to know?
Honestly, for some reason, this
He's
is
just
not
crying.
what I expected his voice to be
Okay.
at all. I say, first of all, do you need to wash your eyes?
Yeah. Give me a second. I'm gonna go wash up. And he steps over to a sink. He puts a knife down. He starts washing up his hands with some arcane water coming out of the old plumbing in Mirelight Tavern. I don't know.
Arcane water?
Well, it's all magically fueled.
Yeah.
Getting things like water
yeah.
and plumbing and all
All
that
right.
stuff here in Mirelight.
I wait patiently. Yeah. I'm
Okay.
just kind of like,
Do you want to look around, or what are you doing?
yeah, while he's washing up, I would like to look around the kitchen. Are there any still present signs of a struggle here? Scuffle, tussle?
Make an investigation check.
Natural 20.
Natural
24.
20. Natural 20. You see, as he steps away, where he was cutting onions, there is a table, one of those like steel tables, prep tables that he was working at. And you see a little scorch marks down on the floor.
Oh.
And immediately you see this, and Marv would see this kind of through your eyes. And he goes, "You know what that is, don't you?" And you would recognize this as the remnants of a rift.
Oh. Scorch marks.
Yes. Like
Okay.
a rift that has been closed.
On the floor?
Like almost like underneath the table.
Uh-huh.
And with a nat 20, you can see the drag marks of this table was clearly in a different place and is now covering the scorch marks of a rift.
Okay.
And-
I wait patiently for him to wash up.
And while you are looking at that, you hear the sounds of clattering. You hear the door close, and you turn to see that Mario has bolted out of this tavern, and he is sprinting away.
He's bolting out.
He is. And he kind of tripped a little bit. He sees you see him with a nat 20,
Yeah.
and he starts running.
Okay. I run after him.
You run after him? Okay. Can we roll initiative, please?
Initiative?
Or
Oh,
a
no.
chase sequence.
Oh, come on. 4.
Guess what I got?
What?
A 3. So, Mario
Wait.
bolts
Oh, no, sorry. A 3.
a 3?
Yeah.
Okay, roll
I
off.
just realized I only
Let's
had a
do
plus
roll
2.
off.
Okay. 1. Again.
1. Okay, so Mario gets a little bit of a head start with an
Okay.
8. He bolts out, and he starts taking off down the alley. You come out, and you look down, and you see that he is looking like he's going to climb over a little short fence over here into the next area.
Down the alley toward the main road or another alley?
Toward the main road,
Okay.
but it kind of curved around to come to the backside of the building,
Mhm.
and he looks like he's about to hop the fence to another adjacent building.
Okay.
He gets ahead a little bit, but he is just now starting to climb up over the fence. What is it that you want to do on your turn?
Oh, wait. Okay. I'm going to see if this works because he seems like kind of a skittish guy. I'm going to cast Thaumaturgy.
Okay.
It's within 30 feet of me.
Yep.
So can I do that?
Yeah, that's fine.
I want to see if I can make the sound of a crow right next to his face
Ooh, that's fun.
as he's climbing up this
Okay.
thing.
I like that. Make an intimidation check again, and I believe I'll give you advantage on this because you're using thaumaturgy to do it, and you will have incited him correctly. He is quite skittish.
Oh, with that advantage, that is a non-natural 20, actually. High advantage.
He goes, crows are my only weakness. And he falls over the fence.
Oh, over the fence.
And he does disappear from sight, but you hear the loud sound of clatter and the loud sound of him going, ow!
Okay.
And he has been knocked prone by this.
I would like to use my movement of 30 feet to get as close as I can.
I will say with that and the high roll and everything, you're able to clamber up over the fence, and you look down, and he is in a pile of garbage.
Okay.
He landed on a garbage can, and he is sitting there
Aw.
prone.
All right. Yeah, I climb up over the fence. I want to see if... Can I drop down?
Yeah, I'll say you can drop down with that. And he goes,
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to run. It wasn't my fault. They came for her and I didn't know that would happen.
Sir?
Yeah.
I'm going to need you to calm down.
I can't, I was cutting onions. And he's crying.
Okay.
Maybe from the onions.
I have a bonus action. What do I want to do? I realize I have something in my inventory, but I don't want to use it yet. Okay. I say, sir, I'm going to need you to calm down. I am here to help, but I also need you to not run away, because otherwise then I can't help.
You're not with the Gallows family?
No.
Oh, okay.
Aren't you?
I mean, I work for them, but I thought maybe I did something wrong and you were coming to take me away too.
I'm not with the Gallows family, I can assure you that. Yes, I'm not Gallows family, and I'm not enforcement either.
Oh, okay. Well, then what are you asking questions about Jessa?
'Cause I'm trying to figure out where she went. Her sister came to me.
You know Lena?
Yeah, I know her. And, she talked to me about Jessa's situation.
Did she tell you what Jessa can do?
I believe so. Why don't we have that conversation somewhere else?
Okay, I think I can do that. Can you please make for me a perception check with disadvantage?
Oh, okay. 9.
9. Marv, the sword kind of tingles a little bit, and right as Marv kind of gets that same kind of feeling that he sometimes gets around certain things happening, Marv's it almost seems like he's about to say something, and Mario goes to stand up, and something reaching out from the shadows of the nearby building grab his ankle and pull him down into a cellar.
Down?
Down.
Underneath the trash pile?
Underneath the trash pile. And as he is pulled down, papers fly aside. He screams out, "Ah, help!" You watch as he is pulled by a shadowy creature down, down, down into a cellar nearby.
A cellar nearby. And it's a shadowy creature?
Yes, sure was. The tendrils of a black shadowy hand wrapped around his ankle and pulled him down.
I just shout, kind of involuntarily, "You are taking evidence and silencing a witness. That is not fair."
That is not fair.
And I jump after him,
You jump after. Awesome. You jump down into the hole. Darkness immediately. You have dark vision?
I do have dark vision.
You have dark vision. Dim light for you. You see the shapes and shadows of Mario the chef being pulled deeper into this room.
Okay.
A stone room.
I can see 60 feet.
You can see 60 feet. A stone room with pillars, foundation pillars holding up the building up above. And you can see the shape of Mario being pulled in. And as he is pulled into the far side of the room, he disappears behind a shadow. And you see from nothing, from this lump on the ground where his ankle was held, a shape rise up out of the darkness. And a 3 foot,
Can I do
4
anything?
foot, 6 foot, 7 foot tall, shadowy figure blocks your view to Mario the chef. And its arms spread out, and you see claws on the tips, and you know very well what this is, a gloam spawn.
Ah, no!
What do you want to do? You said you wanted to do something.
Can I do something?
It's in the middle of forming, so if you
Okay.
wanted to do something, I'm okay with it.
Can I cast Eldritch Blast?
So as it's forming out, its claws opening up, the sound in this room kind of deadens. The mist and fog kind of swirl to this creature as it forms up out of the shadow, and it's very creepily, slowly moving,
Yeah.
and then you just blast it.
I just reaction cast kind of.
What does this look like? Is your sword involved, do you think?
Yes.
Okay.
So I do think I unsheath Marv's sword
Okay.
/ Marv, I guess. And I kind of just whip it out and slash and a
like a
like a slash, but it comes out from the blade.
Oh, that's cool. Like you slash in the air and a beam shoots forward.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that a lot.
And I like to think that it's what color were the gems on Marv's sword again?
They were green, I believe.
That's what I was thinking. Okay,
Yeah.
I do like
a,
to think it's
not like a poison green, but more like a turquoisey jade type.
Not necessarily like forest green, but not necessarily like poison green either.
Yeah, what I would describe as more of like a turquoisey green. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do think it's that color.
Okay. And blasts out.
Yeah, this glowing light blasts out. Because I want to see in here. Woohoo! 25.
That absolutely hits this guy.
Okay. This is definitely a reaction cast at this point from Mel. And 6 damage.
6 damage.
Force damage, if that matters.
It actually does. And it hits this guy, blasts him, and as you've seen before when you have dealt with Gloam Spawn, pieces of it almost like fly off and meld back into the mist behind, and it shrinks a little bit, and it becomes more, not 7 foot tall, it's 6 foot tall now, something like that.
Or like 6.5 feet.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
And it finally pulls its claws all the way out, and again, it's almost like a little bit of a glow where eyes would be, but it's not defined.
Yeah.
It's almost like light trying to come through darkness where their eyes would be. So it's kind of cool.
All right.
And I would like to now have you roll initiative.
All right. First, not first fight, but first
fight as a proper warlock.
Yeah, as a proper warlock.
Nice.
8.
An 8. Okay. You actually get to go first. I rolled a 2.
Oh, okay.
Poorly.
Yeah.
So this thing is still kind of forming. You hit it with the blast. It like recoiled, and then it comes back for you again. You can't see Mario at the current angle, even with your dark vision.
I can't see him behind this thing?
Yeah, because it is blocking vision of Mario right now.
I'm going to see if I can kind of strafe around the thing. I don't want to, get closer necessarily, but I want to see if I can move horizontally.
Yeah, there's these pillars in the room, the foundation pillars. You can kind of go around them to the side a little bit.
I think that's what I want to do.
He's on one side of the room. Okay. So you make your move. Are you trying to see?
Yeah, I want to see if I can see around this guy.
Okay. You go ahead and make a move. 30 feet. You go around the side. Can you make a perception check?
7. Wow.
7?
Not great.
It's not that you don't see. It's that he's not there. Mario is gone.
Okay.
And there seems to be a small little opening at the back end of this room.
An opening?
Mm-hmm. Like a little grate goes somewhere else.
A grate, in the floor or in the wall?
In the wall.
In the wall. Okay.
And this thing kind of turns to meet you.
Ho. Okay. And you said are we in darkness or dim light?
It's purely dark down here, but you can see it.
Okay. Great. I finally get to use my spells as a warlock.
Let's hear it.
I am going to cast, maybe calling upon a little bit of Marv's interactions with the portals, maybe calling on a little bit of the ambient mists of Mirelight. But I am going to cast Shadowblade as a bonus action.
That is cool. You throw up a blade. So what does that look like? Does it the normal curved sword that Marv has, or that Marv became? Yeah,
the normal curved sword, kind of not necessarily scimitar, but curved. I think. And
a cutlass or something.
Yeah. I like to think that the darkness in this room, kind of some of the ambient mists that are probably still here, kind of wrap around it a little bit and encase it, so it almost looks kind of like the Gloam Spawn, but it's still a
different
blade
version of it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's your bonus action, so you're going to go attack?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, did I use all my movement?
You wouldn't have needed to.
Okay.
You could have used probably half movement to see that he was not there.
I want to see how close I can get to this
thing. You can
thing.
get to it. This is not a big room.
Okay.
It was not that far in front of you. So yes, you reach it and you're going to attack?
Yes, I want to slash at it.
Okay, go ahead and take your attack.
Okay. The damage? Okay. 15?
The hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh. Yeah, all
for
right.
sure.
My first hit of the actual campaign, I do 3 psychic damage.
3.
That-
Oh, psychic though.
That could have been a lot worse. But I'm attacking in... Wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
3 damage.
Yep,
Okay.
3 damage.
Another slash out as this thing takes a hit from the psychic damage. It kind of recoils a little bit, but it is now next to you.
That's my turn.
That's your turn. Okay. It is going to reach out and slash at you with its shadow again. Feel that kind of drainage when it hits you. But it might not hit you. A 13.
That exactly hits.
That does hit you.
Mhm.
Okay, so it does hit you as you take 4 damage.
Okay.
And you feel this sapping, the bruise, the weird hits, and it's going to strafe around and block off view again of that grate.
Okay.
It's almost like
Can
it's
I
protecting
hear
it.
anything from that grate?
It's your turn now if you'd like to make a perception check. I would
Yeah.
allow that, probably taking up your bonus action.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. Oh, 18 for
18?
the perception?
You do hear, you hear the telltale sounds of Mario going, "Help! Help!" and getting further and further away. And also with an 18, I'm going to say right before you take your turn, you hear like a woof.
From the vent or?
Yeah, from
just-
in that other room.
Okay. I'm going to... I think I just slashed at this thing, in all honesty.
Okay. Yeah, you go ahead and take your attack.
Yeah.
This shadow blade slicing at it.
Haha, natural 20.
A natural 20. Well, you can roll if you want, but since we do the max damage on the first dice, and it's what, an 8?
Yeah. Well, for Shadow Blade, it's 2d8.
So you're going to kill this thing. You're going to take this thing out. But if you
For
want to roll
16?
damage...
16 damage takes it out?
Well, it would be 8 for sure.
Well, it's 2d8.
Oh, you're
Shadow
right.
Blade.
Yeah, minimum 6. Absolutely.
Okay.
This thing didn't have that much.
All right.
So you absolutely
yeah.
take this thing
I
out.
slash through this thing.
And as it dissipates, it once again forms into the fog, the mist, like it was never there.
All right. I kind of...
Marv goes, "Nice move, kid."
Thanks. Getting a little bit of deja vu here.
Yeah, and I unfortunately think I might know what's on the other side of that grate.
Huh?
And you're starting to kind of put 2 and 2 together. And
Wait.
this building and the Gutterlight Tavern both seem to connect to the warehouse. The infamous warehouse.
The infamous warehouse through underground tunnels, no less.
Yes. And so with the the direction this is going, you are starting to realize that this is kind of another entrance into that big warehouse facility.
Okay. I jiggle the grate. Can I open it?
Oh, it's not. It's open.
Oh, it's open.
Yeah, it's just like it was a grate,
Okay.
but it's an open hole. Mario had to get through there somehow.
I dash through.
Okay, you slide through.
Slide.
Down low.
Mm-hmm.
As you slide through and come out, there's a short stairwell going up into a big open room, which is potentially familiar to you.
Potentially in the warehouse.
And from that room, a soft glowing color, sort of purple-esque color.
Okay.
Marv's like, "Here we go again."
Honestly, I think she does not want another person to disappear at this point with the warehouse. I think she is just going to rush up there.
I love this new character.
Yeah, she is not stealthy. She is just sword out. Yeah, Shadow Blade active. She's just going to rush straight up there.
As you rush up, you get to the top of the steps. You see in the middle of the room a rift open, and you see the beginnings of the swirling form of gloam spawn looking like they are about to come out.
Can I look for Mario?
You can next week
What?
on Dadventurous,
No,
because
Mario!
He goes, "It's a me." Wow,
Oh,
beautiful.
nice.
Yes, we will take note of the fact. I'm going to make note that you still have your Shadow Sword activated because you just went for it. And you see the swirling, different color rift than the last time.
Hey,
2 years ago, you had a
it's not
roof
like
beer.
black.
It's not that kind of black purple or black pinkish kind of color that was last time. This one's more of a deep purple color.
Oh,
And
interesting.
we will figure out what that means next week. But thank you for joining us on our nonsensical NPC name night.
Yeah, that's a good idea, though. If you guys think up some NPC names, send it to us.
That'd be great.
We might put some in.
That would be so fun.
Dad clearly has not planned out NPC names.
Terrible with names.
Also, starve out. Like,
Yeah, starve out. He's right now. He's in his office still whittling a cup
whittling
with his
a cup.
eyes squinted, looking off in the distance.
I love that it's whittling and not carving.
No,
Like,
he never carves. That would be too
whittles.
close to his name. Starve doesn't carve. He whittles.
all right.
All right, with that, we'll leave it there.
And yeah, thanks for joining us
And we will see you guys next week.
on
Dad
Dadventurous.